Title of movie Day of Destiny. So this is a movie about Bankole and Ifoma and their kids, especially Chidi and Rotimi, and then the daughter Helena. It starts with a flashback of when they were young and how Bankole and Ifoma were telling their favorite child, Helena, how they fell in love. And of course, at the moment, they were preparing to go back to the village because things were not actually moving fine with them. Along the road, Chidi upset the parents, asking why their life was like that, which almost caused them into an accident. And they had to start looking for a mechanic to help them fix back the car. Their search for a mechanic led them to Baba Yaro, a sort of magician who told them he had the ability of them changing their destinies. And of course, Chidi, who was all upset with the life they were living, going back to the village from the city. It was quite painful for him, and he wanted to actually change their destiny and see if there is a way things could change for them. Finding out what actually prompted this was because he found out that the now governor, Kuka, was actually a friend of their father. And he was actually wondering how come they are no longer friends? How come their dad's life is like this if he were friends with this person in the past? So they successfully made the a transport to the past. That is, they were in the year 2020 and they went back to the year 2000 where the whole thing started in a party, Chief Coca's party. At that the moment, they met Captain Seal, helped them with a change of clothes, and they met. Okay, that's Coca, the then governor of 2020. They somehow got into the party, and the father too came and also found a way and got into the party. There was a bit of a complication there, but they actually were able to enter the party. Then they called their father, then the young Bankole, was actually asked by Chief Coca's uncle, Adediran, who was the governor then, to actually take a, a money, to take some sort of money. But then I don't know, then the son convinced him to actually take the deal then. Now, after taking the deal, they thought their life had changed, only for them to come back to the future and find out that they didn't really exist. Because at the moment, being happy for a while, their joy was cut off because their house was not their house. In fact, they just didn't exist. That is what they didn't know. Their father was not their father. Their mother was not their mother. Going down to hug their father, who shouted and sent them away. So it so happened that that thing they actually caused, they changed, now made their father didn't get married to their mother. So in this present world now, it turned out that it didn't exist. Okay, their former Ifoma actually became a woman, is it women? Yeah, women activist. They had to go back to Babayaro, who told them that they needed someone else and wanted to change the future to actually change back because they could not change it again. And that was when Helena comes in, their daughter, who was actually adopted by Ifoma because of the whole future past thing they changed, so many things, a lot of things got changed there. And now Ifoma, who was rebellious to the mother, never had time for her. That was where they came to look for Ifoma, who, after so much argument and that, she agreed to actually help, and she did help. So she went back with them to Babayaro, who took them back again to the past, to the year 2000 again. So when they got there, this time around, it was not actually easy for them because they were actually losing their lives. Here now, it actually now happened. What really happened there in the past was that Ifoma she was she was taken care of in the orphanage, and so she asked help from Chief Adediran then, who turned out to wanted and molested her in the process, and she ran away. and then met Helene, who actually encouraged her and told her, talk to her that men like that are not supposed to just be free, that she should go back, revenge and fight, all sorts of things. Why Chidi went back to meet the father, then Bankole, and tried to convince him that to keep his integrity and not take a deal from a bad man. You get? Okay, this part is very interesting. And they fought and ran, and Chivadedi ran, almost got into a fight, and that was where Bankole actually defended her, and that was where the love took place. So they woke up, and yeah, yeah, everything was back to the way it was initially. They were very happy. They ran home. They went to the village. The next day, Chidi came to the father and actually apologized for his behaviors, for speaking to him that way. And, they had a kind of father-son bond. And it turned out that the man actually got a job, a very nice job at that. And everybody was happy. So the whole essence of the story is that whatever you have going on right now is God's plan. If you think it is not God's plan, then pray to Him, put on the efforts, and God being God, we do His own things and life gets on going. Thank you for that wonderful story, A Day of Destiny. Thank you.